So today I will have been training for 8 weeks. I followed the triathlon training plan, and for the last 2 months I've been training, building up a base, increasing the volume. And after these 8 weeks I've learned a lot of things. And I think I have 5 tips for other beginners that I can share with you guys right now. So first up, zone 1 training. That's what I've been doing for like 90 to 95% of the time that I have been training these past few weeks. Now, zone 1 training is very, very hard, and that might be like contradictory, but zone 1 training is not hard on your body or on your muscles or on your physique. It's hard mentally, because you have to have a lot of discipline to keep on running slowly, to keep on riding slowly, to keep on sharing slow runs and slow bike rides. But it's important, because if you don't do it, definitely in the beginning, you're just going to burn yourself out. At least that's what they keep on telling me. So I really wanted to keep like a consistent zone 1 workout plan throughout these 8 weeks, and I succeeded, but it wasn't as easy as you might think. Stretching. For me, I'm quite young, so I think my body can still cope with not that consistent stretching. But even at my young age, I can already feel my muscles aching because I haven't stretched enough in these last few weeks. It's definitely like something that I want to improve for the next few weeks, stretch a bit more and get my muscles to be more flexible so I can avoid having injuries. Actually already picked up a really small injury a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if it wasn't from stretching or just from a wrong movement. I don't know what it was, but it limited my running for a week, so that's something you want to avoid. But yeah, so stretching, I should do better in that aspect. And if anyone else out there is going to start training for triathlon, maybe it's not something you should improve, but something you should start with, good stretching. Alright, so the next one. Going back to that little injury, what I've learned is that you should first listen to your body and then look at your training plan. Because having a training plan is key. It will provide consistency, it will stop you from wondering what should I do today, and if you think about it very carefully before you start doing it, normally you shouldn't really deviate that much from your training plan, because it will be, very well balanced. And when you have to rest, you will have to rest, and when you have to work hard, you will have to work hard. But sometimes maybe your body isn't up to it, you have been a little bit ill, you pick up a small injury. At that time, you just shouldn't really hold on to your training plan. You should adapt to the new situation and try and do something else, or maybe do nothing at all. Because if your body tells you to stop, you should stop. Like, there's no negotiating that. It's like, if your body tells no go, it's no go. And if your training plan tells you go and your body tells you no go, then it's still no go. So first your body, then your training plan. So over these last 8 weeks, I feel like I've improved, and it's a feeling. I think I go faster, and fast is easier right now. But the feeling alone, it's like, it could be deceiving. Maybe it's not true. So it's always nicer to see whether you're improving. So it's to have some sort of data to go back to. That's why I did some tests right before I started training, and I did them again after a month, and I will do them again after 3 months and after 6 months and at the end of the season, to see how much I will have improved in total. But basically, if it's only a feeling, you're never sure. If you see that you've pushed 1 watt more than the day before, then you know it's better. So yeah, I personally think try and collect as much data as you can and compare to where you were before, and then you know for sure whether you've improved or not. And then last but not least, something I've really learned. When I started, I was kind of anxious. I'm not a good swimmer, my physique was nowhere, so I only had like 4 months to train before I would do my first sprint distance triathlon. And like, I know a lot of people will see this will be like, oh, 4 months, that's a lot of time. For me it felt like not enough time, but now I start to realize that as long as you put in the work, the results will follow. So I'm not scared anymore to do anything, because I know I will be prepared on race day, and I know the preparation will be sufficient enough to complete my first triathlon, because it's only a sprint distance, first of all, and second of all, I will have trained for this specific goal accordingly to what it is. So if I would have to do an Ironman that day, it wouldn't work because I haven't put in the work for that. But I have put in the work for sprint distance triathlon, and even if I started from like basically zero, I know because I put in the work like I should have, I will still complete my first triathlon. Anyways, those are the 5 notes that I take from these last 2 months, and I hope it will help you if you start out with triathlon, or maybe if you're not a more experienced triathlete, maybe it still helps you because it reminds you of what you should be doing. Anyways, that was a Lazy Triathlete for this video, and I hope to catch you in the next one.